And if you don't have a wet towel or a wet brush to remove that, guess what? You're not gonna have any friction. Friction is what creates spin. You need to have good, clean grooves and a clean face. So it's not just a dry towel, it needs to be wet, and you need to make sure you take all that residue off the face. How do we have good ball first contact? We make sure that we are moving down into the golf ball. See, too many people are trying to, come in really shallow, and you can hit it. I would just say your margin for error is actually less for the shot, because you can imagine if I'm gonna swing down and through this ball and I'm coming in, shallow into this, okay, I need to hover this club for so long and not touch any debris to get into that ball. If I start coming in shallow into this golf ball and I start picking up bits of grass into that golf ball, it's now gonna slide up that club face. Shot's out the window, okay? It's never gonna grab. So we want to make sure that we're a little bit steeper. Now, most people are like, okay, well, let me just put the ball further back in my stance. I actually don't like that in that shot. What I want in this shot is I want this ball into the middle of my stance, because I want to make sure that I'm going to shift forward to get my low point well in front of this golf ball, as I'm gonna bring the club a little bit steeper into this golf ball to get that nice down action. Because again, we want our spin loft number this way so that the ball launches lower, okay, and has still a good 55, 60, 65 degrees of spin loft, depending on how much spin you want on that ball. And what I can tell you is, if you go watch the pros do this, it is crazy how fast they're bringing their club into a shot at such a short distance. And this is what I would say that most amateurs really struggle with, because they're anxious of bringing all this speed into a short shot, and then they decelerate and then they fat it. Okay, so when you're gonna practice this, go to your practice putting, chipping green, and get comfortable bringing a fair amount of speed. Remember, we're not gonna have great smash factor, so you're gonna have around 1, maybe even sub 1, which is going to not have as much carry as, let's say, if you're gonna hit like a full wedge at like 1.2 or something like that, okay? And we want to use that to our advantage.